All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Most of you know me as Ursula Martin, like Leroy's. Some of you know me as Ursula Miles, but I want you all to get to know me as Life Coach Miles. And what I do is I specialize in dating, love, and relationships. I work with women who are divorced, women who are in actively dating, and women who are in a relationship to pretty much help them boss up, in their love life and take control of things. Some of us are suffering from things from our past relationships, and it's affecting our now and will affect our future relationships. So the reason why I chose to do what I like to do is because, man, I have been back in the day, I was in and out of relationships. Honest to God truth. I was in one relationship that didn't work. I was in another relationship that didn't work. Now I'm in a situation over here with somebody. So, last year I really got serious with myself and about my dating life, about my love life. I got tired of all those dating relationships. For one, I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting old. I'm older than 30, but I'm younger than 40, but I'm getting old. And seeing that my parents been married for 50 years and the love that they had for each other, I wanted that. I may not make it 50 years, but that's what I wanted. But anyway, so that's why I chose to go into dating, love, and relationships. Like, I'm in love with love. I want to see everybody in relationships, but meaningful relationships, prosperous relationships, and just healthy relationships, So the other week I did a video about, what was that video about? What men were saying. Oh my goodness. A lot of you liked it, but I had a few women that really, they wasn't feeling that. They were saying I was biased because I did a survey with men saying what they wanted women to change, saying, things about women. But it wasn't that I was being biased, it's that I work with women and I talk with like very respectable men to see what they were coming across when dealing with women. So some of them was a little bit heated, but it's like you single, you bashing men, and you not noticing what the problem is. Good luck. I mean, I've learned from my previous relationships, and I feel that where I'm at now in my relationship, I have the ability to be able to help other ladies, like I said, boss up in the dating world and get their man. So that's why I'm on a hardcore mission to coach my women, pretty much. So that video was a success. In like 24 hours, I had like 1,200 views. I thought that was pretty good. I think it's up to like almost 1,800 now. So I really appreciate you all for sitting in. I really appreciate you all for commenting, liking, and sharing. So at the end of the video, I really would love for you all to share my videos for me. So today's video is about what matters most in your potential relationship and in your potential mate. That's something to think about, because when you're looking for someone to complement your life, you're looking long term, but not a lot of us are looking long term. We're looking for the now, I've heard women say that they just want a good guy. I just want a good man. But when you ask them what's a good man, it's kind of like a pause, because they don't really know what a good man is. Oh, I just want him to have a job, have a car, have a place to stay. Okay, well, you've had men that had a car, job, and somewhere to stay. What happened? They still don't know what a good man is. When you want certain things, you need to really get serious about it. Like if I find a man who has a job, but he's working at McDonald's, is that something that you're going to be able to deal with? He's only bringing in McDonald's income. As a matter of fact, years ago, I was in a club. I was in a club and a guy started talking to me. And then out the blue, he tells me he works at Kangaroo. For my people in Texas, Kangaroo is BP, like Polk. Mario know all about Polk, pick 'em up, and Waterburg and places like that. So he finds that he needed to tell me that he works at Kangaroo. Well, back in the day, I felt like, hey, I ain't got no Kangaroo bills up in here, buddy. So I mean, there's nothing we can do because I don't have Kangaroo bills, and I just didn't feel like. For me, I'm a little old school. I don't want to be the breadwinner. Like, I want my man to be the breadwinner. I want him to still hold that position. In the household, you know what I'm saying? So is that something you're gonna be able to deal with? A lot of women, they say, I want him to be spiritual. I want him to go to church. But okay, you got him. He go to church, but he crazy. He very religious. He's crazy. Are you gonna be able to put up with a man who goes to church but he's still crazy? Or he goes to church and he does other side businesses that he has no business doing? Are you gonna be able to put up with that? So you really need to create a list to figure out, what are the top things that really, really matter to me in my relationship and in my mate, what are the things that we can work on, and what are the things it's like, I can't have it, I can't take it. Like some women, they'll say, well, I don't want to date a man who has kids, or they'll say, I'll date a man who has kids. Well, what if he has kids and he doesn't take care of them? I can't be with a man that don't take care of his kids. I'm sorry. Like, you have kids and you can't take care of them. I can't trust you to come into my household and treat me and my kids with respect when you're disrespecting your kids. Can you put up with a man who is a mama's boy, who takes care of his mom? My boyfriend, he takes care of his mom. That's his business. And I'm not going to say you can't take care of your mama, because I'm going to take care of my mama. But can you put up with that? Or a meddling in-law? You love him. His mama knows it. She ain't got a man. But can you put up with that? So you need to really get serious about what you want in your potential mate, what you want in your relationship. So last year, when I was so tired of those dead-end relationships, now let me tell you, I had some really good guys, but they just weren't good for me. You know what I'm saying? And then I had some old raggedy heifers that if I had been in a place where I allowed what they did to me control my emotions and my mental state, I would probably still be there. But I didn't allow them to do that. But when I bossed up, and was very honest with myself, I created the equation of love. So the equation of love is the man, the woman, and it equals love. Well, here I am. I got a man. He comes in, doesn't equal love. Get rid of him, bring another one in. It's me and him, doesn't equal love. Well, I got to the point where it's like, now I'm in and out of these relationships. Nothing is equal in love. Something is wrong here. That's when I figured out it was some things that I needed to change. I was the only unchanged variable in the equation of love that needed working on. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't. I just wanted somebody that I thought was perfect for me. So what I did, and it's the honest God truth, you all, I'm not telling you a lie. I took my pen and I put it to my paper, and I created what I thought, I put on there what I thought was very important to me with my, in my relationship and in my potential mate. And one thing was that health. I wanted somebody who took care of themselves. I didn't want to have to take care of somebody in the long run because they wasn't taking care of their health, in the beginning. Eating 4 fried pork chops. Come on, I stopped eating pork chops probably when I was 12. And I definitely don't eat fried pork chops. And now I don't eat pork at all. So I wanted someone who took care of themselves like that, their health, health-wise. And also I wanted somebody who was mentally stable. My boyfriend now, ladies, I can't break him. I can't break him. Not that I'm trying, but you know what I'm saying. We kind of want our way all the time or sometimes, but I can't break him. So, but that's a good thing. That's what I wanted. I wanted someone mentally stable. I wanted someone who was emotionally stable. I didn't want somebody who was here, who was there with their thoughts. They was up and they was down. That's too chaotic. I can't put up with that. I don't need that chaos. I'm senile and crazy myself, so I just cannot deal with that with a man. And I wanted somebody that was, like I said the other week, spiritually fed. And I wanted someone who was financially stable. Not saying who had to have a lot of money, but someone who had a positive relationship with their finances, who knew about investments and thought about things in the long term. That's what I look for. He didn't have to have a lot of money, but just know something about finances. That's very important in the long run. I'm telling you, because a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages are breaking up because he's spending like crazy or she's spending like crazy. Now they're broke, they're filing bankruptcy, and they're arguing back and forth about the finances. So that was important to me or whatever. So lo and behold, like a couple of months later, I meet my boyfriend, and he's spiritually fed. His health is great. He goes to the gym like 2 times a day. I didn't expect that, but he goes to the gym like 2 times a day, 230 pounds, no fat. That meant a lot to me. He's financially stable. I mean, when I said financially stable, not a lot of money, but he knew about investments. He could teach me about investments. When I want to invest money, I go talk to him, and he leads me in the right direction, So, and mentally, like I said, I can't break him. And emotionally, we're pretty much flat unless we're having fun and we're up here, or, I'm cutting a fool and we're down here, but we're pretty much flat. And I like that because his mental thoughts are together. So that's, like I said, that's very, very, very important to know what you want in your mate. And I wanted someone to motivate me. That's important too, and it's what kind of motivator are you looking for? Do you want your mate to be? Do you want him to be your cheerleader? Or do you want him to be in the game with you making moves? Or do you want him to be like a defensive coordinator, drawing little things like this is where you need to start, then make you move over here, and then you do this? That's what I wanted. I wanted a man who not would so much get in the game with me and make plays, but to teach me how to make those plays and how to get it done. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to be so dependent on him to always be there to help me make my moves. I didn't want that. And I'm telling you, everything else fell in place. Now, if I hear one more woman say something about sex, I'm going to scream. I've talked with ladies, and they're always say, "Oh, girl, he a good guy. He all right, but his sex is just." My phone acting up. My whole thing is this: sex shouldn't even be at the top of your list. There comes a time in your life where sex is just not at the top of your list, and I'm gonna tell you why. You meet this brother, he got it together. He getting ready to retire. He got this nice job, getting ready to retire. He can hold his own. He's an outstanding stand-up guy. Respects you. Your family loves him. But his playground equipment ain't up to par. So you don't want him because he can't satisfy you like that. Okay, well, you're crazy. And I'm going to tell you what you need to do, because when the next sister get him, who's on her game, this is what she's going to do. She gonna get him. She ain't gonna take him or drive him. She gonna carry him down there to Priscilla McCall's and Adam and Eve. They gonna go in there and they gonna get all their little trinkets together, and they gonna come back, and she gonna turn him into the baddest beast in the bedroom. And I know bad is not a word, but she gonna turn him into the baddest beast of the bedroom, in the bedroom. So now she got a good man and he a beast in the bedroom, and you still over here looking for a man with some good sex. If that's what you're looking for, that's all you're going to get, because nothing else really matters. Girl, you get a man, he putting it down, but he ain't working. Okay, now you all sad because you can't go get your hair done like you used to, or you can't go get your nails done. You can't buy the clothes you want to wear because you got this man you taking care of. But he got some good sex, though, Okay, he want to go hang out with his friends, and when he come home, he smelling like beer and cigarettes and marijuana. But he got some good sex. You don't even know what you want. You don't even know what you want. That drives me crazy for women always looking for men with good sex. And and I may be wrong for saying this, sisters, and I may be wrong for saying this, brothers, but let me tell you something. Sometimes it's the one with the best bedroom playground equipment that ain't no good, because that's all they got to offer. If a man comes to you and that's the first thing he's talking about is what he's going to do to you in the bedroom, that's all that brother got to offer. Trust me, and trust him when he tells you that. That's all he has to offer. That's like when men would come to me and they would automatically start talking about money. It made me feel some kind of way, because for one, I'm not a gold digger. I'm not that kind of gold digger. I'm a gold digger like GOAL, but I'm not a gold digger where I want you for your money. And when they would come to me talking to me about money, I would say, well, wait a minute, I feel some kind of way that you're talking to me about money. It's like I feel like you think you can buy me. You can't buy me. Like, don't talk to me about money. We're not even to that point yet for you to talk to me like that. But yeah, if a brother comes to you and he's talking to you about money, more than likely that's all he has to offer. So you need to look on your list and say, you know what? That's really not at the top of my list. He's just talking about money, but he's really not talking about finances, because it's more to money than just paper money, because you get $100,000 this week. That'll be gone in a couple of months if you don't have that positive relationship with your finances. You don't want a brother going through money like that. Then 10, 15 years from now, he done went through all the money. You mad and y'all break it up, and now you own to the next brother. So whenever you are looking for your mate, be very, very, very serious about it. And something else that I'm gonna tell you ladies too is that your man is meeting your standards. He's meeting your requirements. Stop looking at your girlfriend and what her man is doing for her. Stop wishing that your man will do the things that your girl man doing for her. Because I'm going to tell you what you're doing. You're inviting all of that energy, all of those issues and problems that they're having into your space. That's what you're doing. That's what you're wishing for. There's no telling why he keeps buying her all those flowers and the candy and the gifts. Who knows? He might be over there beating up on her. He might be cheating on her. Everything is not all good all the time. They're only showing you what they want you to see. She's only telling you what she wants you to see. And here you go wishing that your man was doing what her man is doing. You want him to step his game up, because TT man over there doing it big. Stop. Don't wish for what other people have. Stop trying to change your mate to be like somebody else's. You know, you just wishing for all of that negative energy that they have in their relationship. You wishing for all of that to come in your space. Don't do that. You know, if you got a good man, give him his props. You know, some things you can work on. You know, you got your educated brother, work with him. If you got a brother who's working a minimum wage job, but he, you know, he wants to go back for his education, help a brother out, get his education, you know. Now with me, I wasn't the one who wanted to get with a brother and help him get his life off leeway. Because I'm to the point now, I'm just not getting mine off leeway. So I couldn't, you know, I'm just not one of those fixer-uppers. You know, you fix him up and then somebody else live in the house with him. You know, not saying that's what's going to happen, but you know, sometimes it happens like that. You spend all your time and these many years helping a brother fix his life up and get his life off leeway, and then a sister come right through and now she got him. You know, because that's all he was looking for was a sister to help him get his life together. But I was never, I wasn't that one. I didn't want that. You know, I was honest and true I was honest with myself to know where I stood. And when I would meet guys and they thought, oh, she doing it, she got this, she got that, it made me look at exactly what they had going on in their life. You know, so I knew I was somewhere around here. And for them to think that I was just doing it, they had to be somewhere up in here. That's not what I was looking for. You know, because when you get someone, and let me say this too. I'm not saying because you're here and they're here that you're better than them. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're here and you got somebody here that's boosting you, telling you you're doing the thing and all of this other stuff, you have nothing else to work for. You have nothing else you need to do to be great. Because they loving you where you are. You get what I'm saying? So I always wanted a man who was a little bit somewhere up here, you know, that actually seen my potential and seeing how I grind and could teach me most of all. Somebody that don't know nothing can't teach you anything, you know? And that's where a lot of women are failing. And to keep it from being biased, because I know a lot of people gonna jump on here and comment, the men are doing it too, the men are doing it too. Well, you know, that's where a lot of men and women are failing, is because they're hearing the great things that men and women are saying to them, but they really not thinking about it. Like, I know I ain't at where I'm supposed to be, but he already glorifying me. Then that's when you have to realize where he's at as well. But that's what I wanted. I wanted a man that could teach me something, man, to bring me to the top. You know, I didn't want one down here being my cheerleader, because that's what they are. They're your cheerleaders when they're down here. When you get you somebody that's a little bit above you, they gonna either be in that game with you, helping you make moves, or they're gonna be showing you how to make some moves. You can't show nobody how to make moves when you here, because you ain't making moves and you haven't made any moves. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like you said, making a seasonal partner, a lifetime partner, and that's where they fail, you know, because they're rushing. That's what they is. They're rushing or whatever. So be very, very, no, I wouldn't say picky. I wouldn't necessarily say picky with your mate, but just know what you want. You know what you want and know what you will put up with and what you can work with and what you can't work with. You know what I'm saying? Because you get with people and sometimes the little things is what really get on your nerve. When I was married, let me tell you, when I was married, before we got married, I knew my ex-husband drink. I knew he got drunk. But when we got married, I couldn't put up with it. He was just an alcoholic. I couldn't put up with it. And I realized I couldn't put up with it when he would be crying at the table, boo-hooing and crying at the table when we had our friends over, embarrassing me. That's when I was like, this is a problem for me. I can't put up with this, you know. Or when he was just doing stupid stuff when he would drink. I knew that was a problem with me. But that didn't change because he was drinking before we even got married. I think when I met him, he was drunk. You get what I'm saying? That's because at the time, I didn't know what I wanted. You know, he was in the military and some things happened. You know, I ended up getting pregnant. We had to get married. That's a whole nother video right there. But we rushed into things. We felt like we had to make decisions we had to make long-term decisions based off of our temporary problem, our temporary situation. Which is not a good idea. But like I said, that's another video. And then the little things that he would do would be, and besides the fact, not only just crying when we had company, but burning up every place we went. He burnt the kitchen up. You know, that was another thing. Was like, oh my gosh, like I can't put up with this. This guy is gonna set me on fire one day because he's gonna leave something cooking when he's drunk. But he would get out the shower and he would leave like a puddle of water on the floor. That bothered me so bad. And I used to nag about it, but it only upset me more and it only caused problems in the relationship. So that's like one of those things that you can deal with because you can do something about it. I just started putting the towel down there so when he stepped out, it wouldn't be any water on the floor. But that's after I went into the bathroom and I fell and I bumped my head. And if you knew me before now, you know what I want to do to him when I did get up off the floor. But yeah, that little things like that can be taken care of. You know, you can't say he leaving water on the floor. I'm getting tired of talking to him. I'm getting tired of nagging about it. He ain't listening. I'm just about to leave. You know, so those are the little things that we could take care of. But you need to be conscious about deal breakers too. Can you date? Can you date a man that doesn't have teeth? Can you date a woman who doesn't have teeth? Can you date a man or woman who has stanky breath? Some people can't, you know, but that's something that can be fixed. So yeah, get with them, love them, make a dentist appointment, take him down there, drop him off, let the doctor give him some do some work on his mouth. That's fixable. So don't pass up a good man or woman just because something like that. But hey, we all know what we can put up with. We all know what we can't put up with. But the point that I'm trying to make, some things that that we think are deal breakers really aren't deal breakers. You know, someone that's not ambitious. Do you want to be with someone that's not ambitious? You know, before I met my boyfriend, I was in a short-term situation with somebody. I knew it wasn't going anywhere, so I didn't know why I was wasting time. But he was in his 40s. And he had a certification for, I think, heating and air conditioning or something like that. And I'm thinking that's a really good certification to have. Do you want to, you know, own your own business? That's where I seen it. It was like, no. Like, why? You keep complaining about the people you work for. Why don't you want to own your own business? But anyways, long story short, he was 40-something years old. He had got fired because he couldn't keep his mouth closed. And that was one of the things I wouldn't be able to put up with. He wasn't ambitious like I wanted him to be. You know, he had no goals or anything like that. And then turned out he had no job because he got fired. So my point is, figure out what really matters in your potential mate. Figure out what really matters in your relationship. Stop looking at what your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, or whatever doing for her. And stop looking at what your man's wife is or girlfriend doing for him. Because that's another thing. Let me tell you something. Some men out there go through a lot just to keep that doggone Porsche that they got. And that Porsche is towed up in the inside. And she barely running. But because his homeboys think she look good, she the finest thing on the block. They're doing all they can to keep that sister. And that sister's taking them through hell. So stop wishing and wanting what your boy got. Because I'm telling you, sometimes people go through hell just to keep, you know, just to stay in a relationship with somebody. So definitely get serious about that. And one more thing before I end is think about why you require your mate to bring so much to the table. Are you doing it because you want them to have more to you, to be a motivation for you, to push you to want more? Or are you doing it because you want them to match what you're bringing to the table? Or are you doing it because you're lacking something and you don't want to have to bring any more to the table? You don't want to have to, I guess, be a go-getter, to go get more, to want more because he already has it or she already has it. So definitely think about why you require your mate to have so much. Because there's people out there who looking for mates. And they looking for them because, hey, he going to take care of me. I ain't got to work. I don't have to go to school. I ain't got to do nothing because he gonna take care of me, you know. And it's people out there looking for that, and be conscious of that as well, you know. But people they'll show your true colors if you pay attention to them. And somebody said some women go for appearances first. You're right. Some women go for appearances first, and you really shouldn't do that because there's some really great guys that, you know, the way they present themselves. Some people do it just to see if you are attracted to them on their bad days, you know. But definitely get to know. That's something that could be worked on, Sabrina. You can work on that. You know, you can work on them with that appearance. Like I just told you, dating a man with no teeth, you can take him on down there to the dentist. Get him some teeth. Now he look good. He a winner now. He a 10. You know, all the women want him. You know, you want somebody to wear name brand, buy a name brand, let him wear them. When we go out, this is what you're going to wear. You're going to wear this when we go out, you know. But definitely be conscious of the person that you choose. I see, and another thing, stop looking at these memes on Facebook and let them control who you want in your life. I understand some of the memes may be real, but stop looking at those memes saying relationship goals with a man and a woman laying on the couch. You know, that's what you want your relationship to be about. No, I want a relationship to be about him working and me working. We can lay on the couch some other time. As a matter of fact, laying on my couch, we're going to lay in the bed. We're not going to wear my couch out laying on it. But, and then, you know, they look at the Beyonce and the Jay-Z relationship goals. Y'all don't even know what those people relationship is about. Stop wanting your relationship to be like theirs. Make your own imprint. Make your own, history with your mate. Make people want to be like you. And then, of course, you see the ones who are praying, which is really good, because I got a girlfriend. She might be on here tonight. We had took break, and her boyfriend had met her at Subway to eat. And before I went out the door, I kind of cut my eye over there a little bit, and they were in Subway, and they were saying their prayers. He was praying over their food before they ate. And I was like, wow, they're young, like 24, 25, and they're praying over the food, and they're doing it in public. So that kind of, that amazed me. It really did, because we definitely all want to look for someone that will pray for us and pray with us, so, and not pray against us, because there's men out there that are praying for the demise of their wife or their girlfriend or baby mamas, and likewise. But get serious, ladies. I need for y'all to boss up in the dating world and get your man, girl. Like I said, I am a life coach. I'm a dating, love, and relationship coach. I feel that I have enough knowledge. Well, I know I have enough knowledge, enough experience to be able to help you get to where you need to be in your relationship, to get to where you need to be in your love life. But it all starts with working on you, working on that unchanged variable in the equation of love. It's not always the men. And if you keep meeting the same men over and over, there's only one variable that's not being changed, and it's you. So don't be afraid to do some self-reflection, even if it's prompted by the other sex. If a man tells you something, then you don't have to change for people, but when they tell you something, do take that moment back to reflect and see what it is. Am I letting off that vibe? What am I doing in these relationships? The reason why they keep ending, because that's something I had to do. Luckily I got a boyfriend. I had to step up a little bit, but I could still talk like I want to. We have fun. I couldn't talk really like I wanted with other guys, because they were more emotional. They thought I was talking rough to them. I wasn't. I don't expect you to do nothing that I tell you to do. That's just how I talk. But overall, I got a good heart. I'm a really good girl. So with that being said, what I need, first of all, I want to thank you all for sitting in with me this evening. And I know it's almost time for the game. Sitting in with me this evening. I want you all to share my video. Please share my video. And I'll also put a link. And that link is like a worksheet to kind of for you to just look over and see what really matters to you in with your mate or whatever. And also, I'm going to put the link to my website. And on my website, you can also go sign up at the bottom for a 30-minute relationship readiness assessment at no cost. So with that being said, I really appreciate all the love that you guys show me, and you girls show me, ladies show me. So until next time, which will probably be next Tuesday, we'll talk about being single, a single parent, being a single mom, and dating. I know that all too well. So with that, I love you all. Love, peace, and prosperity.